Would you like to train in artificial intelligence? Pacta offers AI training modules available in all languages, thanks to your browser's automatic translation features. Here is a podcast on the use of artificial intelligence and GDPR compliance, covering topics such as the purpose of data processing, the necessity of consent, data minimization, security and transparency, the importance of assessing potential risks to individuals, and ensuring their rights in terms of data protection. To learn more about our AI training, visit pacta.com.
Hey everyone, so you're thinking about using AI in your business, right? Well, today we're diving into a topic that's probably on your mind, GDPR. We're going to break down some insights from the experts over in France, the CNIL, their data protection authority, so we can figure this out together.
Because AI and GDPR, I can feel kind of like, a bit of a maze,
Yeah.
right? But don't worry, we've got you.
Now, even if you think GDPR doesn't apply to me, I'm B2B, think again.
That's right.
If you handle anything that could identify an individual, yep, GDPR is in the picture.
Exactly. And what makes AI so interesting here, especially machine learning, is that, it kind of flips the script on data privacy in some ways.
Oh, how so?
Well, you see, unlike your traditional algorithms, the ones with fixed rules, AI models, they learn as they go, they adapt, and that constant evolution. Well, it throws a bit of a wrench into maintaining that transparency and control over how that data is being used, which is kind of like a major cornerstone of GDPR.
Right, it's like
trying to hit a moving target almost.
Precisely. Imagine this. You've got your AI trained on your customer data to, say, personalize marketing, right?
Okay, yeah.
But over time, it gets, smarter, starts identifying these patterns that maybe unintentionally reveal sensitive stuff about individuals.
Uh-oh.
And boom, you can even end up with discriminatory outcomes, which, big GDPR no-no.
Yikes. Okay, so how do we prevent that kind of situation?
Well, this expert, they had a great example about a research project all about prostate cancer.
Okay.
Would you like to train in artificial intelligence? Pacta offers AI training modules available in all languages, thanks to your browser's automatic translation features. Here is a podcast on the use of artificial intelligence and GDPR compliance, covering topics such as the purpose of data processing, the necessity of consent, data minimization, security and transparency, the importance of assessing potential risks to individuals, and ensuring their rights in terms of data protection. To learn more about our AI training, visit pacta.com.
They wanted, every patient's medical record.
Oh, wow.
But CNIL steps in and says, hold on, do you really need the women's records for prostate cancer research?
Right.
It highlights that whole data minimization thing.
So important, just asking, do we really need all this?
So essential. And that links directly to purpose limitation. You got to know why you're using the data right from the start.
Yeah.
And stick to it.
So, if I'm collecting emails just for order confirmations, I can't then use them for, say, targeted ads without, a clear okay from that customer?
Exactly. Transparency is key. And this expert really hammered home the need to be upfront about using AI in your business.
Makes sense.
People have a right to know if they're talking to a machine, especially when it comes to things like customer service, those chatbots, or those automated systems making decisions.
Right. Set those expectations clearly, especially as AI is becoming more and more, everywhere you look.
Absolutely.
So to help navigate this whole GDPR and AI thing, CNIL, they've got some tools, right?
Yes. Questionnaires, guidelines, they're all about breaking down these really complicated concepts into, manageable steps.
Yeah.
And they're publicly available, which is great.
Awesome. So we've talked big picture principles, but let's get practical. First steps for a business thinking about AI. What are those?
Two crucial questions. Even before you look at specific AI tools.
Hit me.
First, what problem are you trying to solve?
So before we jump into the AI deep end, it's what's the goal?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And is AI really the answer? Sometimes a simpler, more straightforward approach might be all you need.
It's about choosing the right tool for the job, not just the shiniest.
And the second question is all about your data. Are you using personal data to train your AI or make those decisions?
Because that changes things.
Love that. Before you call in the whole crew, see if a screwdriver will do the trick, right?
Right. Sometimes simple is best.
Exactly.
Now, that second question, it all comes down to the data itself.
Okay.
Are we talking personal data here to train your AI to make decisions?
So if it's aggregated stuff doesn't point back to one single person, we're probably okay.
Probably. Public info, statistics, that kind of thing, GDPR is not as worried.
But The second you've got names, email addresses, browsing history even,
Uh-oh.
GDPR is going to want to have a word.
Right. Okay, so we've asked ourselves those two questions. We've got our purpose. AI seems like the right tool. And yep, it's personal data we're dealing with. Now what?
This is where it gets interesting. The expert, they said you got to go deeper, look at a few things. Sensitivity of the data, for one. Like, is it just what city someone lives in? Or are we talking about their, like, health records, financial info?
Exactly. The more sensitive, well, the higher the stakes if something goes wrong,
Makes sense.
And that leads right into the next thing, impact. What happens to someone if their data is mishandled?
Ooh, yeah. Security breach is one thing.
Would you like to train in artificial intelligence? Pacta offers AI training modules available in all languages, thanks to your browser's automatic translation features. Here is a podcast on the use of artificial intelligence and GDPR compliance, covering topics such as the purpose of data processing, the necessity of consent, data minimization, security and transparency, the importance of assessing potential risks to individuals, and ensuring their rights in terms of data protection. To learn more about our AI training, visit Pacta.com.
But what if the AI makes a bad prediction because of bad data or a biased decision?
And that's the thing, isn't it? This responsibility we have when we're using AI.
It's not just, oh, it's efficient, it gives us insights. It's, we better be careful with this.
Right. And especially, think about this. If your AI is replacing an old way of doing things,
Oh, interesting.
gotta weigh those trade-offs. Yeah, maybe it's faster, cheaper now, but is it creating new problems, disadvantaging people?
So, like, it's not enough to just look at what the AI can do for the business.
Nope. Gotta think about the human side of the equation.
So it's this balance, right? The good of AI, the efficiency, the insights,
But weighed against the risks. To privacy, to fairness.
like walking a tightrope almost.
That's it. And this is where I thought what the expert said was really powerful. It's not about checking boxes on a compliance form.
It's bigger than that.
It's about trust. Building trust with your customers, showing them you get it.
Because if you're messing around with their data,
That trust is gone. And these days, that trust, it's valuable.
more valuable than ever. Isn't that the truth? It's easy to forget, with all this talk about data being the new whatever.
Yeah.
It's still about people.
It is. And that's where GDPR, I think it really shines. Putting the power back in the hands of, well, us, the individual.
It's giving us a say in how our information gets used,
Yeah,
especially as AI gets, more powerful, more
everywhere.
right. And those tools we talked about, from CNIL, the questionnaires, the guidelines,
Yeah,
those can really help, giving businesses that framework, to build it right from the start.
like a blueprint for responsible AI. Love it.
Exactly. AI that's effective, sure, innovative, all that, but also ethical, respects our rights.
Okay, so as we wrap this up, big takeaway for our listeners today, what would that be? I'd say, as you're looking at AI for your business, don't think of GDPR as this box you gotta check.
Okay.
It's an opportunity, seriously, to build that trust with your customers. Show them you're taking this seriously.
Not just saying it, but showing it.
Exactly.
GDPR, not a roadblock, but a path, I guess, to a better future with AI.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. We covered a lot, but hopefully you're feeling ready to tackle this whole AI thing head on. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and we'll see you in the next deep dive.
Would you like to train in artificial intelligence? Pacta offers AI training modules available in all languages, thanks to your browser's automatic translation features. Here is a podcast on the use of artificial intelligence and GDPR compliance, covering topics such as the purpose of data processing, the necessity of consent, data minimization, security and transparency, the importance of assessing potential risks to individuals, and ensuring their rights in terms of data protection. To learn more about our AI training, visit Pacta.com.